Hello and welcome. My name is Anna Delman. It is day number 230 of my note writing endeavor, and my note to encourage myself today, and I hope to encourage you along the way as well, is as follows. Faithfulness can only be expected when we live according to the rules. That's of course an obvious, right? Our lives evidence our understanding of what is true and real about what we believe. If we don't know the rules, we can't live them. And that is taken from my ongoing meditation and working through Psalm 119, verse number 30. Now, I did share this verse yesterday, and I did some deep looking at it, and I wanted to continue that today because it is imperative, particularly if you want to bring changes to your life. And how do you keep your mindset and permanently focused on those changes you want to bring? What is feeding them? What is that value that you're working to construct in your life, or to, if you've already constructed, to keep you going back there? Now, Psalm 119, I will read that for you. I have chosen the way of faithfulness. I set your rules before me. So our faithfulness can only be true and real if it is based on something, and we need to have some rules for our lives that undergird everything that we are doing, the foundation of our functioning. Now, the importance of that is what I shared yesterday, and I've shared a whole lot before in Proverbs 24:3 and 4, that through skillful and godly wisdom is a house, a life, a home, a family built, and by understanding it is established on a sound and good foundation. Those are the rules and the faithfulness. And by knowledge, the rooms, every area, every recess, the deepest parts of a life, a home, a family are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. That is, with this, Psalm 119:30 and Proverbs 24:3 and 4 are what our foundation should be for those New Year's resolutions we're hoping to live out in 2026. Now, as much as I'm saying that's what it should be, friends, let's be real. We don't live that 24/7 every second of every day. We don't. We just don't. We are human. We have our shortcomings. We have our failures. However, as said yesterday and the day before, the mercies are new every morning. So let's take a look at Psalm 119 verse 30. I have chosen the way of faithfulness. That means your walk, the road you are walking along. Sorry, let me back up. Faithfulness is your moral fidelity, your steadiness, your stability, and your truthfulness. Faithfulness based on the rules, the judgments, the verdicts, and the ordinances which are from the Word of God. But what I was referring to, and when I stopped myself, was I have chosen the way of faithfulness. What does the way of faithfulness mean? It is your walk. It is the road you are coursing your life on, the path you are choosing, and the mode of action you are taking. If you look back at the original language, it also said that the walk, the course, the mode of action is like stringing a bow. Now, friends, in the era that the scriptures were written in, that was how they did their hunting, their shooting, they defended themselves. To hit the target, and for target practice, and to get that bullseye, or to get their prey, or to get what they were hunting, the skill at shooting needed to be excellent. And they would take those arrows and those bows, and they had to be so fine-tuned and so stretched and so tightly pulled that there was no room for error, that the velocity, as they pulled it, the velocity that it would thrust it forward to get to their target, to get to that end goal, would go where they wanted it to go. So friends, when you're choosing and the way of your faithfulness, are you that much in depth in looking at what those things are you want to bring changes to your life? Are you taking it so seriously that you are stringing your bow so tightly that you can project whatever you want to go forward in your life in such a way that you would achieve the end goal? That is the seriousness of what I have chosen the way of faithfulness. Now we may say we have chosen it, but what is the evidence in a week, in a month, and in a year? Now I'm on day 230 of my plan for change, and I'm refreshing my reasons for all of it as the new year has started. I didn't get to day 230 without knowing the mercies are new every day. That those mercies are moment by moment sometimes. When I would mess up, I'd have to start the next moment, the next breath, with corrections and understanding, why did I get off track? What did I do wrong? Why did I allow thoughts to progress until a pattern of something was revealed to me? How am I going to stop that? You only get to day 230 of change, friends, if you are continually honing your skill and stringing your bow and choosing the path that you're going to walk on. Change is a process and not an event. And learn that in 2026, so that by the end of this year, you can already be on day 363 in having learned how to pattern your life after righteousness, because of the faithfulness that you have set before me, because you set before yourself, because you know the rules which God has given you on how to function and live your life. I think that's pretty exciting. And how much and how wide and how far does that affect your life when you are working towards those goals? I read it to you in Proverbs 24:3-4. It is all areas of your life that it impacts, and that is a good thing. That's how we want our lives to be a testimony for others to see that when we are committed to living it out for God, to glorify Him, no matter the circumstances He has you in, that it is possible. So until tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it, day 231, we will talk again. Bye-bye for now. Bye.